Hey, what's up? I'm Lisa. I'm a designer. I live in New York City. Today we're going to learn how to cast on and cast off using the waste yarn method. You're going to want 2 different colored yarns just so you can see what you're doing. We're also going to make a little panel, make that into like a little tube top or something like that, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to show you all the materials here in a second. What you want to get is some waste yarn. Waste yarn is essentially, you're gonna put this on first onto the machine. Let me show you the machine. Okay, right here. And then, so you want a little piece, leftover yarn is fine. I already cut this little piece. This came with my other machine. I have the Centro. This one's the Addy king size, I think. So we're gonna start with, this is gonna go in the body of the machine. Right. Okay. This is in, right? Alright. So 1, you're gonna zigzag your way through these pegs. So the way the machine works, these pegs go up and down. And that's the knitting motion. I'm going to go back to the start. You want it to go, so when we're winding, we're going to wind in this direction. So back to the start, back to the start. You want it to go to the left. In. Back. Forward. Okay, I'm just going to drop this. And then make sure it goes. So when I initially bought this, well, I mean, I still do. I want to make panels. So I've been crocheting a lot. And, you know, what I like about crocheting as opposed to sewing, you're making the fabric as you go. And sewing is, well, you know, I could do it, but it's not my favorite. That's something, it just is. And okay. Now we're back at the start and end it here. This is gonna drop. You're not gonna have this anymore. Like, it's not gonna, I'm gonna make a panel right now. So this isn't really gonna hook into anything really. This is gonna be your first part. So this opens on this one. On the Centro, there's a little stick thing, a little tensioner, but it's like a little stick. Go like that. Can we see? Oof, sorry. I don't know. Now we crank. And the whole thing is, you want to make sure this is like actually going down into the machine. And then the point of this waste yarn is you make sure everything's like going smooth before you put your actual yarn into the machine, because you catch your mistakes and then you'll be able to like bind off a little bit more clean. So right here I heard, kind of want some tension. You want to pull on this last one because these end up falling off. These very first and last ones, it's annoying. So we'll see. I'm just trying to figure this one out again. Oh, I see it. So I pulled, so it's like in there. All right, go, you know, get a little confident with it. All right, now I'm just gonna watch this. Pull, yeah, make sure, because those last ones like to slip off. Actually, so what I was doing before last year, I had found like clips, like laundry clips or whatever. And so keep watching that last one. I mean, eventually it'll pop off. And I don't know. I'm still working on it because it's annoying. And then you just kind of push this down, like make sure it just feeds in. That way you know you have it going. But yeah, chip clips or something like that. Something with a little bit of weight, just to start pulling your fabric down. On TikTok, there was a pot lid method where you stick a pot lid in the middle once your fabric starts forming, you know, and it's just a way to weigh it down. Is this loose? No. Okay. Let me see. No, we gotta, you know, you just gotta watch out for that last one. Make sure it's open. So here, that seems to be growing. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I went too far with my little pre-cooked yarn. Well, let this be a teaching lesson. So now when you go too far, now that there's no yarn attached anymore, you go like that and it'll spit out the stitches. And so this would be your cast off. You already wound it, so the stitches are loose. And this is how you would take off the fabric of the machine, because we loosened it. See? Ooh. Okay, well, voila. Learn from your mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and I'll be back. Okay, I think that's enough. That's it. All right, I have a little bit left. That last time I ran out. So, down you go. Wait. Doesn't really matter. I don't think. We're gonna open this. I didn't wind it or anything, so I might just strip the yarn bald. Who knows? Okay. I'm gonna give myself a long tail. I'm gonna hold these two ends together just to see. That just might be loose. I'm about to find out. Oh shit. Okay. I think you just kind of want to have a puddle of yarn to listen to it. Honestly, I don't really know. All right. I'm not sure. This is loose. This probably goes in here. This, I mean, it's on the edge, so we could hide it in our seams. But I'm really not sure how good this is gonna look. So I'm gonna put this back on. I think I've saved my edge. Can we? Oh, okay, let's see. Yeah. I bet. Okay. See if that works. Okay. So I think this is enough to make like a little tube top or something like that. I'm just gonna cast off and see, or I might just unravel the whole thing. I'm not sure. But I think the measuring method is just like about 6 inches. I'm sure it stretches. So around 6 inches, I think that might cover, you know. Yeah. I think covers a smaller bust, but it'll do. Whatever. Okay. Throwing this, putting this in here. Okay, so this is gonna act like your working yarn. Yeah, you're gonna treat this like this, so let's see. Okay, I just kind of held these together so that you know, it thinks it's the same yarn basically. And make sure this is in place. Good. So I have an extra little loop because I got knit a stitch on this black peg, even though that one's not in play. But it's fine. Like I said, I'm just going to weave in the ends or like crochet over it or something. And then same thing. Okay. Do we have it? Oh, we have it. Awesome. Okay, we have it. Not too much. Let me see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? It's probably good. So. And then throw that in the middle. Unwind the other way because it's going to loosen everything. See, it kicks off all the stitches because there's no yarn. So essentially they're just loose. Alright, and just take everything off. I moved the machine over so we could see. So I grabbed a 5mm hook. I like these, they're pretty. Since this is here, find our yarn, attach. I think you could just single crochet across. No, I'm gonna look. Do one, find out, and then alright, I'm gonna meet you back at the end so we can figure out how to unravel this edge, but see what's going on. So I got the panel done, and it's pretty neat on the edges actually, finally. And add a little stitch. That's pretty much what you could do, and you can keep going.